Hello, this is Jan from Any Repair. Today we'll go through a repair on a Lenovo gaming notebook Y700 that came to our lab dead. Let's go and see what we will do with this.
Here is the board. Here is the charging area. This is the charging IC that we have changed before because no voltage on the first and on the second MOSFET on the DC in section. So we have measured everything. We have measured the AC detect. We have measured the AC OK. And we have determined that our charging IC is faulty and we have changed it off camera, and voltage passed through the first MOSFET, but on the second MOSFET we had low voltage. This is the area for the first and second MOSFET, and here is the current sensing resistor that it is short to ground. That's why the second MOSFET has no voltage. And when we are having a short on the current sensing resistor on the main rail, we must inject some voltage in order to see what is getting hot and determine if it is a capacitor or something else. So this is our cable for the DC injection. We have already turned our power supply unit in 1 volt, and we will inject some voltage and see the consumption. The consumption, as you see, is high, is about 600 milliamps, and that's a good consumption to check with our thermal camera what is getting hot and determine what to do. What's next? Okay, the camera is on, the board, you see its code. It's a Lenovo Y700. We have nothing suspicious here, but from the other way, on the other side of the motherboard, we have something that it's suspicious. We will change multiple times the brightness and the thermal detection, and we will go. This is a bright side, you see, 39, 40 Celsius. But from the other side, there's something else. You see, something brighter, something more hot. Something is getting warmer there. You see more than 50 Celsius. And this is a coil. A coil that, in my opinion, separates the main rail. So, because it is never the coil, we will switch to the microscope and remove the coil to determine in which side of the coil the short is. Let's go and remove the coil. We will remove it with our soldering iron. No need to bother with hot air. The coil is off. And we will check with our multimeter in which side the short is. This is clear, but this is not. This ohm value indicates that probably it's a capacitor that is shorted. So we will add our cable for DC injection on the side of the coil that is shorted, and we will inject the same voltage. As you can see, the voltage is 2.7 at this time. We're injecting. And we will go to our thermal camera. Our thermal camera indicates a very hot spot that previously was indicated, but now it's obvious that is a pair of capacitors there. Let's see in the microscope. These capacitors near the MOSFETs. Yes. Now we'll check with isopropylic. One on the right is getting dry quicker than the other. So I think it is the capacitor on the right that must be removed, and check if the short is clear. So we will go on and remove this capacitor. Same way with our soldering iron, add some solder. Get the capacitor warm and remove it with our tweezer. And now we will check if the short is gone or still exists. First, we can see the capacitor has a very low value, ohm value, which indicates that this short is from this capacitor. And as the short is gone, we can determine if we are right with our multimeter. And yes, we're clear of shorts. So we can remove our cable, resolder the coil, and check if the problem is solved or we need more things to do. The coil is in place. The main rail is whole again. And now we must put everything together and check for the status of the notebook. If we have a display, if everything works, and all the things that we must check in order to determine that the notebook is working properly. Here is the notebook, back screw in place, We will try to power on that way. We have display. It's loading Windows, we are good. The problem is no more.
That was the repair as you saw. If you liked this video, consider like, subscribe and share. Thanks for watching. See you in another repair. Bye.